for another episode of Transition with Bobby and
Becky.
Becky Troyer Bowen.
I go by Becky Bowen.
Becky Bowen, that's right. She's been Becky Bowen longer than she's been Becky Troyer, that's for sure. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and we appreciate it so much. And we'd appreciate it if y'all would click the share button and share this video. We got a lot to say tonight, but we're going to try to say it pretty quick. We're not going to keep you a long time, so hang in there with us. We appreciate it so much. In our last episode, we had Becky's one and only baby brother, Joel Troyer. And if you missed that, you need to go back. It's episode 6.
6, I think.
6. I believe this is episode 7 we're doing right now. And he has a son that has autism. And Joel is a fighter. He is taking his son all over the country.
And so is Landry.
And Landry's a fighter too.
Landry.
His son Landry is he 9 years old now?
9 years old.
9 years old.
Beautiful boy.
Yeah. And so Joel they didn't know, him and his wife Anna didn't know what was going on with Landry till he was about 2 years old. And he started regressing.
Lost his speech.
Yeah. So they took him to the doctor, and of course they say it's autism. So Joel and Anna.
And there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, there's nothing you can do about it. But Joel don't believe that. He's fighting it, and he's taking him to different therapies and different treatments. He's taking him to out of the country.
Panama, Bahamas.
Yeah.
California.
And it's costing him a lot of money.
But they've found great success in these treatments. The most recent one was a trip to Virginia and then to LA to learn S2C, which is spelling to communicate. And Landry has found a way to communicate.
And they found out Landry was very, very, very smart.
Very intelligent.
He knows stuff that Joel's like, I didn't teach him this, but it's great. And so he's progressing. But it takes a lot of money to be able to go and do these treatments, these therapies, the travel expense, and all that. And Joel has been, a lot of it's out of pocket, but a lot of it is people have made donations over the years. And Joel started something about 7 years ago called Birdies for Landry.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a golf scramble. And they do it in Howe, Indiana. And it's coming up, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday would be August the 14th, right?
14th of August.
And last year, he had about 100 golfers show up. And so...
and you ask, what does that have to do with us that are watching? Well, they do a ball drop. And you can buy a golf ball for $10, and you can buy several. You can buy one. But they're going to use a ladder, 100-foot ladder from the fire department in Shipshewana, Indiana, and they're going to do a ball drop from there. Last year it was a helicopter. This year it's a ladder.
They drop a bucket of balls, and they land on a green, I guess, and whichever one's the closest to the hole wins
$500.
$500. So if you buy a golf ball for $10 and it lands close to the hole,
pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Switch.
Pretty good switch. But all of it goes toward Landry.
Travel expense.
To help him.
Therapy expense.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how much stuff like that costs. We have an idea.
I asked Joel how much, a trip to like Panama, it was like $15,000. $15,000 just for Joel to take him and Landry to fly down and stay in the hotel and the treatments and everything. $15,000.
I thought it was the family, but I'm not sure.
I think it was just Joel and Landry.
Okay.
But if the family hopefully went, it'd be double that. But right now it's been mostly Joel and Landry going for these treatments. But what we're saying is we would appreciate it if y'all would help him out.
Consider participating in the ball drop, purchasing a ball for $10.
Just purchase a ball. You don't have to go, if you're not a golfer, you don't have to go play golf. All you got to do is buy a ball or two for $10. And you just might win $500. You just never know. But it would help them out tremendously, and we'd appreciate it. And he would appreciate it so much.
So much.
If you would do that. We'll have the information at the bottom of the screen where you can donate. You can buy the balls.
He does PayPal,
Venmo. There's a Facebook page. We'll have all that information at the bottom of the screen.
Right,
you'll see it right down here. But please help this guy out. Now, we've asked people over the years to help us with our daughter Grace to get treatments for her, and people stepped up to the plate and
But
they helped us out.
we didn't offer this fun event. This is
No,
something
we
that
can do
people are
that.
starting to really look forward to. Up in that part of the country, they go and they participate because it's fun. They really
Yeah,
enjoy it. But the thing is, they're seeing so much progress. That's why if they saw no progress at all, we might not push it so hard.
yeah,
But they lost their son when he stopped speaking to
yeah,
them, and their son is returning. He's just now starting, giving them a glimpse of what's going on in his mind, and he's starting to speak and communicate,
yeah.
and it's tremendously exciting.
Yeah, unless the Lord just intervenes, Joel says this is not going to happen overnight. It's going to take years of these treatments and these things to help Landry get back to being the little boy they dreamed of.
That God meant for him to
God meant for
be.
him to be. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So help this family out, and that'd be great if y'all would do
And
that.
we got somebody, kind of a celebrity,
Oh yeah,
involved
that's
in
right.
promoting this event. We're trying
Now,
to hurry through
I
this.
am a huge lifelong Dallas Cowboy fan. I grew up in around Texarkana, and of course that's only about 3 hours from Dallas. So my dad was a big fan. So we watched the Cowboys. They would come on; all their games would come on locally there. So I became a fan as well through the good and the bad and the ugly. And it's been kind of bad and ugly lately, but we're still hoping that Super Bowl is around the corner. But Joel became friends with Rocket Ishmael,
Ismail.
Ismail, however you say it. He used to play for the Cowboys. He started out at Notre Dame. He played for the Oakland Raiders. He played for Canadian Football League, the Argonauts,
Okay.
and he played for the Carolina Panthers, and he played for the Dallas Cowboys. And so they became friends. And Rocket said that if somebody would donate a penny, $1, $10, whatever, $1 million, whatever, he is going to sign an autographed picture of himself, and he'll send it to you, no matter what you donate.
And any
And
of those
so
teams that he played with.
any of the teams you want. It don't have to be the Cowboys. It could be any of those teams. If you're an Oakland Raiders fan, he'll send you a picture of him as an Oakland Raider. He'll autograph it personally to you.
And so
And he
you
did one for
already
me.
have
And
one.
I'm very excited about this because this is the first time I've ever gotten an autographed picture with my name saying thank you from a Dallas Cowboy player.
Oh,
So, and I got it right here. There it is right there. He sent it to me. That is really, really cool.
pretty cool.
So,
And you
can,
just donated a penny, right? No,
yeah,
just kidding, just kidding. No.
No, but like you said, he'll do it for whatever you want to see. So
Yeah.
if you're a Cowboy fan, you sure want to get one of those Carolina, Oakland Raiders, or if you're from Canada, if you're an Argonauts fan, I guess that's how you say it. You
But
can
all of
get
that,
you can get. He'll send it to you. He'll sign your name. He'll say thank you and put his name on there and mail it to you for whatever donation you want to make. So that's
yeah.
pretty cool right there. But anyway, thanks for listening for that. Now we're going to get into
We have a little
what we're going to talk about.
little announcement here. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about a drug that we tried to avoid saying the name just because of all the censorship. But
Yeah.
then I accidentally said the name of the drug, and then afterward, I thought, if I don't say the name of the drug, then how do you know how to avoid it? So the name of the drug is remdesivir. REMDESIVIR. Now, a lot of people have begun to catch on about remdesivir. And they're
Yes.
starting, when they go in the hospital, they're starting to tell doctors, I don't want that drug. And this is a good thing,
It's a
right?
great thing.
But the crazy thing is, now that there's so many people saying they don't want remdesivir to be given to them,
They'll come up with something else.
the doctor will say, well, that's fine. Okay, we'll just give you this other drug. The brand name for this other drug, which is way worse
Way worse.
than remdesivir,
Well,
is
first, let's go back and say if nobody watched that, if you didn't watch that,
Oh.
it's called the R Word. I think it was episode 3 or 4. Go back and watch that. And we talk about that. We talk about people that we know that went to the hospital and were treated with it and they didn't come out. They died.
Yeah.
So, but now they're doing this. You know what? Uh, Facebook is really bad about censoring people. I don't know if y'all noticed that or not, but these videos that we put out, I know they're shadow banning us because we say stuff that they don't want you to hear.
Right.
And so I've got 16, we got 16, over 16,000 followers on our Bobby Bowen Family Band Facebook page. And when I would post a video on there, maybe 5 people would be watching at
What
a
kind of
time.
video?
Any of our videos, you know, our
Okay.
transition videos or our family uh, concert video or something like that, a song. And I'm thinking, there's got to be more people seeing it than that. Got to be. What they're doing is they're shadow banning so nobody can see it. When you scroll down on the home page
Yeah.
and you're seeing a different posts from different people, your friends and stuff, you're not seeing it because they're hiding it from you.
Yeah.
So you know what? I
I've had
don't
the same
care.
thing
I don't
happen.
care anymore. We're going to just go ahead and tell the truth and say the words. If they take us down, that's fine because we have an alternative, and that is Rumble.
That's right.
Rumble.com. Go on there and look for Transition with Bobby and Becky. We also have them posted on our website. So if you go to bobbybowen.com and click on one of the icons on there that says Transition with Bobby and Becky, you'll see all of our videos that are on there, and that is linked to Rumble. So if you click on one, it'll take you to our Rumble page, and you can
Okay.
follow us on Rumble. Subscribe to Rumble. Don't
Hmm.
cost you anything, and you'll see all the videos in case we get taken down. So
Yeah.
I've just decided, let's just go for it. Because my goodness, I mean, if they're going to shadow ban us anyway, let's
Yeah.
go ahead and do it. And if you see it on Rumble, then you're going to get some information that you're not going to hear in the mainstream media. You're not going to see it on Facebook.
Oh
You're not going to
no.
see it on YouTube either. You're going to see it on Rumble. So follow us on there. We're also on Truth Social, our Truth Social page, and you probably say, "What is that?" Well, President Trump came up with an alternative to Twitter, and so you may say, "Well, I'm not a Trump fan." Well, I'm here to tell you that we are.
Yeah.
We
We
love
are.
Trump.
Yeah. Hmm.
You may be a Biden fan, and all I can say is, why? That's all I can say about that.
He's letting
Uh,
loose today.
I'm letting loose. Why hold back? A preacher can get up and preach, and if they're preaching the truth, preaching the word, and they hold back because they don't want to offend somebody, they're afraid somebody's going to leave the church. Well, Jesus didn't hold back.
We've observed our own pastor doing this
Yeah.
lately, and we are just so thankful that someone
Yes.
is preaching truth and
Oh
not
yeah.
holding back for fear of man.
That's right. So there you go. And now we're going to get into. Go ahead. What you were doing. I kind of interrupted you, but go
You
ahead.
did,
I
but
just had
that's
to throw that
okay.
in there.
Yeah, that's all right. So now, if you say that you don't want remdesivir because it's so bad for you, the doctor will say, okay, that's fine. We'll give you this other drug. And if you don't know what that other drug is, then you might receive that drug and it's worse. And I don't have any statistics on me right now. I didn't pull up any statistics, but I can tell you that it's worse than remdesivir. And the brand name of the drug is Olumiant. And we'll spell that out right here. Olumiant is the brand name, and the generic name is Baricitinib. Baricitinib.
They even
Baricitinib.
make it hard for you to pronounce. So
Yes, that's the generic
so the
name.
person be like, I
But you
can't
can see
pronounce
the
it.
spelling right here,
Yeah.
and those two names are the same drug. One is the brand name, one is the generic name.
Yeah. Don't
So
go to the hospital and just let them give you something and not tell you what it is, and just
you gotta investigate
you
and
can
research yourself these days.
you don't have to do what your doctor tells you. You don't have to take what they tell you to take.
No,
You're free.
you're a free person.
I mean, if there was a girl that I said this in another episode that back in November last year, 2021, uh, I saw her Facebook post where her mom was in the hospital, and it just seemed like she was getting worse and worse and worse. And the symptoms that she was talking about, uh, I recognized because I've seen it from other people. And so I asked her, I sent her a Facebook message and I said, do you know if your mom is, if they're giving her remdesivir? And she said, well, I've never heard of that. I don't know, but I'll ask.
It also has another name.
Yeah.
It starts
Yeah.
with a V,
Could
and
be
I
another
can't.
name. Yeah.
Vacluri.
Yeah.
Vacluri.
So I sent her a video about it. She said she'd watch it, but then I didn't hear anything back from her. And probably 2 weeks after that, her mom passed away. And it was just about a month and a half, maybe 2 months ago. She sent me a Facebook message and she said, uh, remember when you sent me the information about remdesivir? And I said, yeah. She said, well, I got my mother's hospital records. And I asked them, when you told me about it, she said, I did ask them, were they giving her remdesivir? And they said no. And but when she looked at the medical records and what they gave her, the drugs they gave her and stuff, what they treated her with, remdesivir was in the list. So
Lie.
they lied. So we're just telling you all this to just be aware when you go to the hospital. If you think you've got COVID or whatever, just find out what they're giving you.
Please.
Please do, because we don't want to see any more of our friends, our family members, pastors that we've known over the years. We don't want to see any more of them pass away.
Right. Well, let's talk about something a little more encouraging
Yeah.
and on a more positive note. Definitely more positive. So, this past Sunday morning, we were on our way to a church in Ohio to sing. And on the way there, Bobby said, I had a dream last night. Now, he doesn't normally have dreams that you might think, well, is there a spiritual meaning to that, or
Most of my dreams are
silly things?
falling off a cliff. You start dozing off. I'm sure y'all have done this before. And you jump,
Yes, I've done it when
like
I'm
you
falling
like,
asleep.
or you step up on a step and your foot falls through it. And you jump or something
One
like that.
time we it was in the middle of the night, early morning hours, and I woke up because Bobby's legs were doing this. He was like running or something or swimming. I didn't know what was going on. He must be dreaming. The next morning or after we got up, I asked him what he was dreaming about, and he said, I was running from an alligator. So I don't know. But
Crazy.
anyway, he shared this dream with me before church,
Well, I wasn't
and
going to. I was going to just wait and just give it to the church when we were there. And she's like, I think you better run it by me first, because
hey,
maybe she thought she was in the dream and she didn't want me to.
no, it wasn't that.
Wasn't that?
It was just, you just kind of filter things through each other before you just
Yeah.
share it. And so he shared it with me, and so we decided, yeah, let's go ahead and share this. And it's not like this just amazing dream, but we saw meaning behind it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It
you can.
was. It was like I was watching a movie. I don't know if you've ever had a dream like that, but it was like you're watching this big. You're at the theater watching a movie taking place, and what I can remember is there was a couple, a married couple, and they were probably in their mid 60s to early 70s, and the wife was having early stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, and so her husband decided that he was just going to take her on a camping trip in the mountains just to get away, just to have some fun and spend some time together. And so I don't know if it was Colorado or
Somewhere out west.
somewhere in Montana. It was Rocky Mountain area, so they were going to go camping. So they did, and then I can remember I could hear them in my dream. They were singing, they were laughing, they were just having a big time, just singing and laughing together. And all of a sudden, here comes this big grizzly bear in the woods. He pops out where they're at. I guess he heard them, the laughing and the singing, and he was going to check out what it was. And so he comes out and they see him. Well, the husband, he just goes nuts. His wife starts walking toward the bear. And her husband's saying, no, stop, stop, don't do it, don't stop. But she just keeps walking toward him, and the bear's like, he's standing up on his hind legs, going toward her. And all of a sudden, she starts singing to the bear, and the bear kind of settles down, kind of sits back down on his four legs, and her husband realizes that if I keep screaming and yelling, the bear's going to attack us. So he kind of freezes, and the wife, she just she just keeps singing, and the bear just sits there, just real calm. And then the scene went to a village, a little small town somewhere, and I saw this dog, and the dog would run for a little bit, and it would stop and kind of turn his head. You know how dogs turn their head sideways when they hear something.
You said it was a hound dog.
Yeah, it
You
was a
did,
hound dog,
which they
and
usually smell things out, but
yeah,
nonetheless.
it was not really like a red, what do they call a big, like Beverly Hillbillies dog,
Oh,
Duke or whatever. It wasn't a dog like that. It was kind of a mutt.
okay.
But it was it would run a while, and it would stop and listen, and it would run, and it was going closer and closer to the sound that it was hearing up in the woods. And it finally got up there to where the woman was singing to the bear. And when the dog saw the bear and the bear saw the dog, it was like Old Yeller. You remember the scene where the bear was coming after the little boy,
Yeah.
and Old Yeller just came out running, and they started. Bear stood up, and they were fighting each other, and the bear eventually just runs off. Well, that's what happened in this scene in my dream. The dog came and kind of ran the bear off, and then the couple were safe after
Hmm.
that. I'm like, what does this mean? But I guess what I got out of the dream was that when the enemy comes to attack us, if we praise and worship and sing, then he can't do anything.
And the fact that she walked toward
She
it and
walked
showed
toward him,
no
had no
fear.
fear.
She showed
She
no
was
fear.
she was she had dementia, which she really didn't. I guess she didn't understand what she was doing, but what she did was incredible, because the husband, he was freaking out. Of course, anybody would,
Yeah,
you don't want
it's
your
a
wife
grizzly.
walking toward a bear. Stop. He's going to kill us. But her singing, and it saved him. And then
Yeah.
the dog came and ran the bear off. So when I told Becky that dream, she grabs her Bible. She starts looking through scriptures, and you found something in there that's pretty incredible. And she started reading, and
The scripture
where she
that's
found this.
familiar to most of us, but it's Second Chronicles, chapter 20. It says, "So they rose early in the morning and went out into the wilderness of Tekoa. And as they went out, Jehoshaphat stood and said, 'Hear me, O Judah, and you inhabitants of Jerusalem. Believe in the Lord your God, and you shall be established. Believe his prophets, and you shall prosper.' And when he had consulted with the people, he appointed those who should sing to the Lord and who should praise the beauty of holiness as they went out before the army and were saying, 'Praise the Lord, for his mercy endures forever.' Now, when they began to sing and to praise, the Lord set ambushes against the people of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir, who had come against Judah, and they were defeated." And this passage is found in Second Chronicles, like I said, chapter 20, verses 20, 21, and 22. Just even the
Wow.
number, the passage where it's found, 2020, 2021, and 2022, just says relevant.
Oh yeah.
Take this into consideration. Worship and fear not.
Yeah. Well, the enemy certainly is coming in like a flood. Uh, the last 2 years, 2.5 years, starting with the this virus that started going around, and churches, businesses closed down. We stayed in. We didn't stay in the house the whole time, but our church was shut down for 7 weeks. We couldn't travel and sing because churches were shut down. So we hunker down here at the house, and when we go out to Walmart or wherever we'd go, they
We'd go
we'd go
maskless.
maskless. We didn't believe everything we were being told about all this stuff, and come to find out we were kind of right. We were really right. Not kind of right. We were really right about masks not working. There's still people wearing them. Still see people wearing them out there, and I want to go up and say, "Do you know that's not doing you any good?" But
It
you know,
actually is more harmful than.
yeah, actually,
We weren't going to
actually
talk
is.
about that
We're going
though.
to talk about that. But just living in fear. A lot of
Yeah.
people live in fear, and I understand some of the older people that there were governors in certain states that put when this first started, they put people with COVID in the nursing homes, and a lot of the old people in the nursing homes died because they already had what's it called
Comorbidities.
comorbidities.
Yeah.
They already had problems with their health, so just kind of that sent them over the cliff.
Hmm.
But we didn't live in fear. We didn't walk in fear. We There was a church not too long ago that we were singing in Arkansas, scheduled to sing in. The pastor let me know that they had an outbreak of COVID and wanted to know if I still wanted to come or not. And I said, I'm not scared. We went. We sang, and the Lord he's taken care of us. Now we both had it. I
We were.
guess we had it
Well, yeah, we didn't. We
back in.
never have tested because
I didn't want them
we
sticking that
didn't.
thing way up my
Yeah,
nose,
that's not good. And they can
hit
take
my
that in
brain.
that your DNA
Yeah,
and.
yeah. So, but anyway, we just wanted to share that with you. Like what I got out of that was what she talked about there in that passage of scripture, that they put the worshipers, the
Hmm.
singers, in front of the guys with the bow and arrows
The
and the
army.
spears, the army, to lead. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that if you're going through something and you feel like the enemy's attacking, just praise and worship the Lord, sing, and
Set your face toward him. Well,
yeah,
toward the Lord, but don't be afraid. Don't run away from the grizzly.
right.
Stand,
Don't run away.
plant your feet, and worship the Lord.
Yeah, and that's it.
Yeah, that's a lot.
That's a lot to take in, but you know, we just wanted to share that with you, and I hope it meant something to you. And we're going to let you go. I'm not going to keep you any longer, but please share this video, and please join our Rumble channel. Go check that out. Go to our website, bobbybowen.com, and you'll see it on there. Our videos on there. Just click on them, watch them. Uh, Click on there and go to the Rumble page and hit subscribe or follow, whatever the button says. Won't cost you anything but a little bit of your time. And we hope that you have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, wonderful night, wherever you're at. And that we pray Lord's blessings on you and your family. And hope we get to see you someday. We're going to be in, let's see, when this video goes out, which is tonight, we're going to be in the great state of Kentucky singing this weekend. We're going to
Saturday
be
night.
Saturday evening at 6 o'clock or 5 o'clock. That would be Central Time in Mammoth Cave, Kentucky.
We're going to be in the cave.
We're going to be in the cave. No, we're going to be out of the cave. We're going to be in that area
Okay.
for a trail ride, a horse trail ride thing that they do every year. And we're singing. We're having a big meal. Then we're going to sing. Then a guy's going to preach. So it's going to be great. So if you're in that area, go to our Bobby Bowen Family Band, our BobbyBowen.com website, and go to our schedule, and you'll see where we're going to be. And then Sunday evening, we're going to be in Princeton, Kentucky, at Truth
In light.
Truth and Light Church. A lot
Is
of
that what it
truth,
is?
a lot of truth. That's
Oh,
it.
thank you.
A lot of truth. Man, we sing in so many
We've
churches.
been there
It's hard to
many
remember.
times, and
Pastor
we
Joel Benson.
are friends with this
Yeah.
family that leads
Joel
this church.
Benson is a great guy. We've become really good friends with him and his family. And so we're going to be there this Sunday evening.
Does that mean we get to go to our church Sunday
We get to go to our home church
morning?
Sunday morning. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Sunday evening in Princeton, Kentucky at Light of Truth Church at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
And after we get through singing, they want to spread. I mean,
Pimento cheese sandwiches?
pimento cheese.
Just
No.
No,
Tuna
Mr.
fish sandwiches. No.
Jerry, he does up a
Jerry
good.
Hilliard, yeah.
Ooh-wee.
Pork tenderloin.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then they have hamburgers and, chicken and
Sausage.
mashed potatoes. And I mean,
they know how to
too
do
much
it.
food. Too much food. So that's Princeton, Kentucky this Sunday evening at 5 p.m. at Light of Truth Church. And all that information will be on our website, bobbybowen.com. You click on schedule, concert schedule, and you'll see where, when, and the times and stuff like that. So if you're watching from somewhere else and you want to check out if we're going to be close to your area, we'd love to meet you. We haven't met you already. Love to see you at a concert. Go on there and check and see. And what we've got.
The next weekend we'll be in Michigan, and on Sunday after we sing
that's where we're going to be at Joel's thing.
Burlington, Michigan, then we're going to rush over to the golf course and be a part of that. So don't forget about Birdies for Landry.
Yeah, please don't. We love y'all. Appreciate you very much.
God bless you.
God bless you. Tune in next week for another edition of Transition with Bobby and
Becky.
Good night.
Good night.